We will start by seeing the video. Some of you have already seen it, probably, but and then I will speak a little with you, and we'll see again the drawings, and I will. Of course, I won't explain what you're seeing. You don't need it. But I will talk about things around it. But so we will start to see the video then, and I will make a small performance afterwards there in the 6 minutes performance.
Okay, very good.
Or 7.
Let's go.
Ah. The timing for which kind of thing? Pois é só fechar a porta quem sair de trás.
Incarnation.
Continuamos a conversa lá.
Não mordeu.
Está. Continuamos a conversa lá fora. Né? Já se máscara. Bem, esta. Eu tinha de falar em inglês, não é? Foi por acaso que para. É melhor. Eu não sei português, espera, porque basta uma pessoa, não é?
Sim, exato.
Talvez à partida não pensarei tão bem, mas eu também tenho desculpa, não é? já posso. This is one of many songs and videos that I made quite recently, and when I say recently, in the last 2 years or. Well, I started to make performances very early, and in the early 80s, and when I believe when I really thought myself as a performer and an artist, when I made this a series of performances where I used to dance with my slip and songs, and with the two palettes in his hand to help me keep the balance. And so I made a performance in the Pompidou in France, in Paris. It was the 10th anniversary of the Portuguese Revolution, 25th April, and I made a performance dancing, and it was called Portuguesa. Portugal must dance, or you must dance Portugal. So we can read it both ways, and it wasn't very well. It was kind of easy step to go from dance to singing. Even if I never thought I would be a singer, so, but it would be conceptually interesting. I will do it. So I started singing. I found it a rock group. Well, the music was and many different things. Well, dance music and whatever, everything there. And for me it was performance. I use those. I mean many performances with our music as background, and I made concerts with my colleagues from the Cross Ivory Portuguesa, and then I left the group when we recorded the first albums. And well, I kept on. I made music singing with records, or only me with all the records, trying to create different melodies with that background, and I made concerts with it. And then I made concerts with another guy who wrote the board, we recorded a few albums. And 2 years ago, or less than that, I invited many different people to make music with me. And some with me, others for me, because I sent them my recorded voice with some melody, or asked them to send me something, and then I would decide what to do with it. And well, there were many people that working. The first music I made was with a guy from the punk scene, early or punk scene of London, called Richard Strange. And because they heard music I made with Grota Borda when their band from 40 years ago came back. So they had heard our music, so they invite me and João to London to be one of the friends. It was Doctors of Madness and Friends, and we were two of their friends they have never met before. And then I started doing things with him, and I can't forget to tell you that next week we will do a kind of theatre play performance. Well, it's to theatre to be a performance, it's a performance to be a theatre play, but for me it's performance. But for him it's theatre, because he made things in theatre, in cinema, etc. So it will be in Fourth Theatre. It's in the other side of the railway, almost in front of the barraque, the theatre barraque, near St. Kind of today. You can find it. It's not difficult to find. So the play will be there the 28th, 29th, and 30th. Sexta sábado. No, quinta, sexta, sábado. So can look for it. At 9:30 p.m. So next week.
We are all invited.
You're all invited. Well, but going back to this song. For many years, I've been making songs and doing exhibitions, and apparently always doing the same thing, because I make songs, I make exhibitions, I make videos, but it's always different. But the ideas go through all those things that I do, and they don't quite belong only to the exhibition, or to the song, or to well, I believe it's not even interesting to think how the process is. But this and often there are exhibitions that make me do songs, or songs that help me do exhibitions or ideas. So because mostly it's not original, but most of the others are like that. They don't. They function in making relationship with things and playing with things. Not quite. It's not a precise idea that gives you but at the same time it is precise and it isn't. So it's vague and precise. So, but for this exhibition, sorry, I'm taking longer than I expected. This song, one of the phrases of the song gave me the idea for this exhibition. Here I'm saying, in my first incarnation I was Caesar, in my second incarnation I was Jesus. I don't even care about chronology. Yeah. Caesar more than Jesus. And that Mary, Antoinette, not quite Mary, the Holy Mother, but the most interesting thing is that I don't remember what I was in my fourth incarnation. And so, it's a good idea for an exhibition. It's vague enough. So it's that kind of idea. I had one like that before, for an exhibition that was called Cleaning Up the Vacuum. So you have to feel something to clean up the vacuum. So it's the kind of idea you can do whatever you do, you're always right. So I don't know what so anything can. You must do it well, only. But whatever you do is okay. So, but I often I look at something to make something else. I started looking at my head. So I had my head photographed from the top of the with very funny photos I chose, and then I began to draw things inspired by things I saw, or only creating things out of nothing. I mean, we never create things out of nothing. But at least I try to keep the idea that I'm doing that. So it's well, we can see it in the exhibition too. You can have, when I'm doing it, I almost feel reassured because you can never go wrong, you know. But at the same time, there were just a few drawings that I had to but just a few, one or two, but when you're drawing at the same time, you have to finish the drawing. It can be very vague, but sometimes an extra stroke can ruin the drawing. But these drawings were started to have flexibility enough to and it was a very fast process. The more I drew, the more drawings I wanted to make. So and here I believe it would be better to show them like this, filling the walls with them, filling the walls with them.
They belong to each other.
Yeah, of course. When I make the drawing, it happens to everyone who makes drawings. I'm always looking at the whole at the same time. So we know when it's finished. Or almost finished. And of course, if you saw each drawing, you would see it much better, because the drawings create tensions between them, and that's interesting. But you don't see. If you want to see it, you must find the others to see it properly, because there's there are details that are interesting. The whole drawing should be interesting. But here when I say it's almost finished, because from some time I discovered a few years ago something that made me quite happy. It was to stamp the drawing. And when I said that they're almost finished, it's because I feel when by choosing the place where I put the stamp, the composition becomes a little better. I improved the composition a little, and try to put it in not very predictable places, but at the same time. I was helped because someone of mine gave me the idea. Normally I stamp the title. I've stamped the different titles for different series, and this time I wrote the title. The title belongs to the drawing itself. And in here, I wanted to have something else. And then he said, why don't you make a plan of your head from the top? That's interesting. Yeah. So I have said I can use in other series, in other different series.
Then
So
there's a kind of an eye that is coming out.
And I like this idea of a kind of something to materialize my side, but I may also have something stuck into my eye. So it goes both ways. May blind me completely. So I want things to be nice, but at the same time and pleasant, but with a twist. I was quite happy with when I decided to become red in that kind of and choose that font.
And where it comes your gesture, that it seems very precise and good.
Well, I don't rehearse. So if I rehearsed, I would be stuck on the next gesture. So.
But it's based on gesture language or something?
No, it's not based, but it's not gesture language. But I like the idea that people might think that because they soon understand it isn't. So it's a kind of choreography. So even if there's something absurd about the lyrics, the gestures add more absurd to the absurd. I exited only when I used the word absurd, because I don't think they're not that absurd, but well, to avoid talking too much about it, let's call it absurd. So. and there's another room here with more drawings. Na montagem eu fui colocando, à medida que eles saíam, fazendo alguns ajustes quando achei que o desenho tinha mudado de sítio só. When I was, nunca sei como é que se diz montar uma exposição.
Assemble or...
How do you say?
Installing?
When you
Installing?
Installing
Installing the exhibition. Mounting. Mount or install.
Mounting, because I use the word mounting, and I think it's too similar to Portuguese. Montar,
This is your imagination is
yeah. Well, when I was mounting the exhibition, when we were mounting the exhibition, the idea was I was just picking the drawings and putting all. No, but then, the idea was not to decide before where they should be, but while we were putting them on the wall, we were changing drawings and. But we started to put them on the wall. So the order could be completely different, but they found their own place at the same time. So it's not random, but the process started to be random and to be corrected when it needed to be corrected, not corrected, but put it better on in a more interesting way.
They found their place.
So there are heads that can, where you can see my head or something that.
This was a conscious of your head, or you have a picture?
I have a picture. It's better to have a picture because I don't know if it was a very famous painter. I don't know if it was the French painter who said when you don't have a model, you add details. When you have a model, you eliminate details, or you don't care. Well, and for me, it's not quite about detailing or being more realistic or not, but it's a starting point. And so you don't feel obliged to do that, but it's something you go. You need different stimuli to make different things. So I forgot. I stopped buying National Geographic because I have enough magazines for decades forward. So I stopped subscription because they were. And by all well, now you can Google and you can, but it's better to do all those.
In front of you.
Yeah, aquela editora que tem a Taschen, the 30s. Oh, those two girls were from the 30s, I believe, or the 40s. They're on the cover. I don't mind. If people have that book, I recognize those two girls there. I don't mind. Well, normally you can't recognize them, but
The source.
yeah, sometimes something begins to look like something else, and then I do it. It's so ignored, so forms that don't represent nothing, but maybe in their way to become something you recognize or something. So in this idea, I don't know what I was in my fourth incarnation. If you choose to, I don't know. It's a bit, maybe it's too pretentious to talk about it. Talk about it like this. But if you choose to see it as a way of thinking about art, I don't. And I'm saying it because I'm hesitating because I believe it's not the art thing about itself is not the most interesting thing there is in. But if we choose to see it like that, you can relate with a vague space where it's not me or José, or it's this space between each other, or this hand and that shape there, or it's kind of like this turned out to be me, but it could turn out to be someone else. Well, there was a song I made. I did that song, and I made some paintings with that title. That was called a series of paintings, a short series. It was called Little Lucy Plays Genetics. There are two. There were in the exhibition in Math, two big ones, awful ones, very ugly with very ugly faces. And the idea was a little girl got a kit of genetics for Christmas, And she started to make experience. And this guy said, I was meant to be Jane. I was meant to be Jane, and I turned out like this. You know, I was meant to be Jack. I was meant and in the lyric, my favorite part of the lyrics is something when I say, when I sing, France was meant to be a geranium. His petals turned out to be a wig. Though he smells like a flower, he just bleeds like a pig. So this we I don't know, we artists, I don't know if we can talk about artists in such a way. So an artist talking about for the other artists, but we may not know many things, but there are things we know that we don't know. I don't know, but I think we don't. We are not that easily pleased with what. So at least we have that quality, and in things like this, I exercise that quality. I found in trying to be an artist and being an artist like the other artists, and it is to exercise that I don't know. It's not clairvoyance. It's almost, but that everyone, of course, can see things as they are. But of course, we are forced to simplify and mostly to have fun with things or not, but to.
It's a way of going further. We got to
further or
backwards
or but
go somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere else. To go somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
So just to finish it is. I like. Sorry to say this, but I like my titles But the title of the album I made is not one of my favorites. No. But it couldn't be anything else. Not anything else. It's called Anywhere Else. Anywhere Else. So, but it was the right title with all those people playing with me and making music for me, being quite generous by doing that.
The album is the last production
with this music. And I
it's
make
out already?
yes for 2 years.
Okay.
For 1 year now. The concerts I made with that album, I can't have all the musicians there. I made some with 2 of them, but mostly I sing over my own voice, or I take the voice off and I sing only. And I use big projections, a video or a video. So it's a kind of visual show with the music's performance. And so you just wait a little because I have to prepare things for my performance. It's a small performance. It lasts at the time of the music I'm using in the performance. I use a valse. I used it in different things. There's a video in Gulbenkian. The only piece of mine that they have is a video with my black cape, my uniform as a professor, university professor. Just not with my. There you can see. There are video where you can see my head and me standing on a chair and making this. But that one you only see the cape in reverse, very slowly, like Louis Foulet. But she had the sticks with the. But I chose the Strauss waltz for its title. Made me choose it. It's called Kunst und Leben, like the life of an artist. Vida de artista, I think. Vida de artista. Artist's life. So Pronto, então só uns minutos.
É dentro da Black Box?
É na Black Box, então podemos ir ali e espera só um bocadinho. É para você.
I know it moved, but I don't remember where.
Eh? Honestly.